elevated, I'm hella faded.
Hey Taurus. Alright, so how you doing? Let's see, this is gonna be Queen of Swords and Temperance popped out. How you doing with patience? Excuse me, I yawned. Alright, this is going to be a general reading. I'm going to do past, present, and future. I will elaborate on the past and present. The future will go ahead into the extended. I will have a link in the description box below. Let's see. Oh, what's going on there? I don't know if I want to take it or not. I will leave it here. Keep yawning. Somebody might be like super tired. Maybe you're feeling kind of run down. My throat's sore all of a sudden, so maybe you're sick. Maybe you're literally not feeling good. Oh my God, look what came out. Temperance again. I'm over this shit. Wow. So, somebody is tired. Somebody is like just physically tired, emotionally tired, mentally tired, spiritually tired. You're just tired. Wow. I haven't even started your reading yet, and this is... What's going on with you? It's like you're patiently waiting for something that I don't think you actually believe is going to happen. So what are you waiting for then? How is that making sense in your brain? You know? My phone's going to turn on here in a second. It's going to be loud, and I'm sorry. I'm not going to take them. I feel like maybe they might pop out again. So we'll keep going. Alright, let's show me what's going on here. What's happening? Wow. Tired. I cannot stop yawning. This is crazy. I'm going to keep this here as like a general feeling. Just overall tired and well, I mean, let's find the positives, right? Your future looks good. But you definitely do, you do got some stuff going on. So, recent past, I kind of feel like maybe you were flying high, doing really good, maybe really sitting in your own energy, like that knowing. You were kind of sitting in this knowing and this, you know, like, yeah, I've got my stuff together and I'm doing good, and then like, wha-bam. Now, for some of you, I feel like there's a couple different things here. Oh my god, I'm feeling okay. What is with you guys? Oof. This might be a pattern for somebody. It's like every time you seem to have your stuff together and you're going nicely, it's like this happens. So it makes me feel like maybe this is like one of the, like, something that you almost sabotage yourself with. Like maybe you tell yourself this stuff like, well, it's always gonna end up them leaving me, or I'll be left in the cold, or nothing will come of it, or blah 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 blah. And then it kind of happens, and you're like, well, you see, I told you that would happen, and I don't know if that's your storyline. This will change. But if you're kind of like, maybe you had gotten all your stuff together, and your story is that then someone did leave you, and it's kind of like out of the blue, like, what the hell happened? Kind of caught you off guard. Like, this isn't something you consistently do. Some of you, this will be something that consistently happens to you, and for some of you, this is something that kind of really came you and, like, just knocked you on your ass, Ooh. Yeah. Okay, let's move down here. Second row, Justice, Chariot, and Two of Wands. Oh, gosh. Rarely I will, read reversals a lot, but I do feel like in this way it's kind of telling me, like, you felt a lot of injustice. You felt, or maybe something happened, like, I don't know if you saw them with someone else, or like, this is, I don't know, I definitely feel a lot of love, and this is not, I don't get a businessy vibe. This could be a friendship, it doesn't have to be love, but I'm not feeling a whole lot of business, you know what I mean? This probably would fall into more relationships. It doesn't have to be love, but it's some kind of relationship. So maybe a friend, or maybe a friend did something to you, or kind of left you out in the cold, and it really, like, upset you. Or this is that first scenario where this is always happening to you, and you're just like, I'm kind of over this stuff. Either way, I think it does come across as some sort of an injustice for you. And even though you need to move on, I think you've realized that, or this is your present, right? You haven't started yet. You really haven't started to go, but you know you need to. So that's good. That's, to recognize it is half the battle. So I kind of feel like you keep telling yourself, when I feel better, or when I really want to pick myself back up and get going, I will. But things are kind of shaky. Star, Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Cups coming in your future. Absolutely beautiful. It's funny, like how many times we get knocked down, we get back up. That's what I get here. Is like, this is not, and something, I feel like something may happen, like, meaningful, like in a, I don't want to say spiritual way, but in like a, well, that's weird, like coincidental kind of, and it's all being guided that way, so that you don't lose hope, and you're able to kind of keep plugging on forward. So let's go ahead and elaborate on these, and then I will pull you a fortune cookie tarot and take this into the exhibit. So let's go. recent past, real difficult, but you're coming out of it. You're going to be coming out of it if you haven't already made attempts. You know, somebody might be Googling, or, you know, how do I do this, or what does it mean when this, and probably doesn't help. I can see like some of you might be dealing with budgeting. I don't know, maybe this person kind of somehow messed with your money in a way, or, you know, maybe the time that you spent with them wasted a lot of money. So, the plans that we made. What happened to the plans that we made? What happened? Here, hold on 1 second. I gotta put my dog out for 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. So, there's a lot of, Lovers, and then that was a hard left from all this going on, the Lovers and the Nine of Cups. That could be what you're hoping for, what you've been searching for. Maybe this is what you thought this was, or maybe that's just something that you kind of hope comes out of, you know, everything that you've been through. If that's what you're hoping for, you know, don't count yourself out, because this is beautiful. This is like a divinely guided kind of, the star is very, you know the saying, like, everything happens for a reason, or, you know, it's like something really bad could happen, and then like 5 years later you look back and you go, well, thank God that happened. That's this. That's this thing here. I do feel like when you I can't go any further. Oh, jeez, I'm so excited though. I want to. All right, maybe some of you can't get the extended, so I'll go ahead and leak a little bit here. This feels like to me, like usually when you start off to open yourself to love again, you'll start with like the Page, you know, and you'll work your way up as far as like action, you know, how you handle it. You're starting with a Knight and you're going then right to a Queen, so you're progressing quickly. So it shows me that maybe there's something quite motivational for you. I'll just leave that there for you, because I'm not going into it anymore. Five of Cups, Two of Wands, and Three of Pentacles. Yeah, nothing works. You know, look at him. He's just looking at his cups. He's like, God. Jeez. Yeah, for some of you, like, even before the gates open, it's almost like if you were watching, like, the Kentucky Derby or something, and, like, the gates flew open and, like, the horse came out, like, a foot and then died. That's what I'm feeling. It's like, from the get-go, you're like, nah, it's dead. But you were so in love. No, it's dead. It's dead. You see it? It's been dead. So for some of you, you might have like some past issues, which everyone has them. You know, I wouldn't beat yourself up too much, but I would definitely take a long, hard look at them to kind of figure them out a little bit. What are your patterns? What are your patterns of loving? Are you rushing into things too quick? Do you wait too long? Because, you know, there's a flip side to rushing in, is also consistent. It's like driving with your brakes on, is what I heard. Wow. God, they're savage today. You are it's consistently driving with your brakes on, like, and it takes you way longer to get where you're trying to go because you already have like this. It's how's that working for you? You know. I feel like you always kind of act like, where did this come from? Or, oh my God, like how did that happen? How, you know, I didn't, but did you not see it coming? You either been telling yourself it was going to happen, or there were some kind of something, like maybe if you're the person that has the brakes on, maybe, you know, they tried to get together, they tried doing things, they tried calling, but it was never a good time, or, you know, you always had something going on, or it wasn't the way you wanted to talk to them, you wanted to talk to them like this. You know, you have to be willing to work and compromise with people in maybe ways that you're not used to, you know, which means being uncomfortable. You know, all those times you were busy or had stuff to do, could you have maybe stopped doing that stuff for 5 minutes to have a conversation? Maybe. You know, how well do you work with people? Be honest. Because it seems to be, it's like, in this car, like everyone's getting, you know, is on the same page. Everyone knows what's going on. They know what's going to happen next. Everyone's working together. It's like this, and it causes you grief. So that shows me that nobody's on the same page. They might not even know they're dating someone. For some of you, honestly, like they might be somebody who's very not to be traditional, but like somebody who, like, you would ask them that, will you be my girlfriend, or will you be my boyfriend, or like that's a very traditional, logical step for them. Or you, vice versa. Maybe you didn't really know that they were considering a relationship yet, because there was no formal discussion of it. You know, some people don't function like that. Some people like to just have things happen organically, like, well, she just never left and I enjoyed it, so, you know, I guess something could have happened along those lines. So be careful as to your, I want to say, love language in a way. Like, find that out first. How this next person is functioning when it comes to relationships, because that'll help you. Like, you get in this pumped up state, and then it's like boom, 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 and then everything happens, and you start this repeat cycle over again. Wasn't fair. I'm on the second line now. So this is your future, this is your right now, or it's going to be like right around now. I keep hearing it's like, it's not fair, I did blah blah blah, or I did everything. Really? Look, words are really powerful. I'm going to just tell you right now. So you need to be careful how you're using them. Because saying things like, I did everything, is not only a lie, but it's really going to lead you in these same loops over and over again. And it's not that you're deliberately lying, I don't think, or this person, or, you know, however the shoe fits. But I do feel that by you telling yourself that you, like, build this, every time you say it's, I did everything, so then you're left with this big ball of, like, resentment And because you've told yourself you did everything. They did it. You did. So I just, you know, I have to be honest with you. I have to be, you know, and when something strikes me as like, ugh, words are powerful. You really need to be watching what you say to yourself, and that might be the key to this pattern here. It's like you have this, I don't want to say entitlement, because I don't think you're a brat. I think you work hard, even to get back out of these energies once they happen over and over again. But I do think that you kind of sell yourself a story, and when it's not exactly how you want it to be, then you sell yourself another story. And that story is all too familiar for you. You know, and then you're stuck in this loop, and then you have to think about how, oh, such and such is the victim, and, you know, it's hard to move on. You have to get the balance back. And it's rinse, you know, wash, rinse, and repeat. And how's that working? You know, it's not. You have to be able to break this somehow. So, things that you say to yourself, analyze everything. I want you to really pick apart everything you say. How can my subconscious, not me, how can my subconscious be taking this and running with it? You know, like I did everything, I do everything. I'm hearing that. I do everything, I do everything. Do you? Because that would be incredible. Nobody can do everything, you know. And if, you know, if you think you do, then you're probably not going to get a lot from the things that I have to say. So, may I suggest an oracle card reading from another reader? Alright, let's see. I'm actually moving on. Yeah, somebody's definitely got a cold or something. Runny nose. I've not had a stuffy nose ever. Like, I don't get, look, I just did it. I just did it. See how I said that? I don't get a stuffy nose ever. That's a lie. Obviously, I've gotten sick before. Stuff like that. That's what I want you to look for. Oh, that was perfect. You really, I think once you're able to kind of get this, and the justice, you know, that's balance. That's, you know, with your balance with your mind, balance with your voice, your word. You know, you have to be honest and truthful with your word. That's, you know, one of the agreements here. All right. Some of you might be reading the 4 agreements. That's a good one to read. Don Miguel. Oh, jeez, okay. Oh, ooh, hey. Okay, so you're, I like it. Everybody needs that. Everybody gets hurt sometimes. You know, it's not. Alright, hold on. What song is that? Everybody hurts sometimes. That's like, but you know what? I think you'd be hard pressed to find a person that hasn't like kind of shut themselves up and felt that. You know, like if this was a movie and like they were panning back from your face, like that's what they would get. They'd get you crying on the floor, you know, maybe near the fridge, who knows, with that song playing. It's a tad dramatic because I see you wanting to move on. Look, you have 2 cards I want you to look into that, like how much this is appeal. Like, what about this? Is it just comfortable? Have you traumatized yourself so much that this is comfortable now? So when this loop doesn't happen, it almost like makes you feel yuck. You really want to move on. You want to stop doing this, and I see you doing that. I'm so excited that it ended here with the Magician, because that's just, you know, it shows mastery. You're unbalanced, and then boom, you're like, nope, I got this shit. You know, so I do see you maybe still kind of wallowing for a little bit. Was it unfair? I can't tell you that. I kind of live in a, you know, things happen and are balanced and checked accordingly, and it's really symbiotic. So I want you to, instead of thinking about how unfair it was to you, I want you to think about maybe times where there was an opportunity and you didn't take it for whatever reason. And you be kind of broad here, you know, like, but, if your grandma was, you know, dying in the hospital and you missed a phone call, that's one thing, but, you know, what were you doing that was so, like, there's something that happens, and I would bet it happens pretty early on in your relationships that kind of either gives them the wrong message or sends you the wrong message, and then boom, this happens. But I do see you figuring it out, at least wanting to right now, and then it might just be like a kind of a thing. Let's see, I'm going to do fortune cookie card. I'm excited to see how it turns out in the extended. It looks really beautiful. Oh my God, I can't even. A beautiful, smart, and loving person will be coming into your life. Yes. Yes, please. That's wonderful. And it's perfect, because like, it's gonna be great. If I leave you here, it was an honor to read for you, and I'm so thankful you showed up. I hope this helps, and I'm gonna take this into your extended.